Now, I want to shift gears a little bit. We have one more speaker this morning who it wasn't a small group, wasn't part of the 40 days per se, but they sort of became a very small group as they traveled together. And they traveled into Central America, into a land populated mostly by Mayan people. And Kathy, where's Kathy Kloss? There she is. And Bruce, you going to help talk about things here a bit? Kathy's going to do it. Well, this was not a mission trip, but a pre-mission trip. And so I won't take any of Kathy's thunder. Go right ahead.
Well, I don't have a lot of thunder, but last weekend, 4 of us, we were our own little small group, Bruce, Noel, and Bill Gott, and Mark and I, met here in the parking lot Friday morning, headed to San Francisco Airport, and boarded a plane for Guatemala City. And when we got to Guatemala...
Tell me when to advance.
Okay. When we got to Guatemala City, we were met by staff from the organization of LifeWind. And LifeWind was formerly known as Medical Ambassadors, and that is an organization that SPC has supported for many, many years. And really the point of our trip, it was a vision trip, and it was to explore the way we at SPC could partner with LifeWind to work with them in their work in Guatemala. And what this really means for SPC and for you is that over the next several years, you will have opportunities to take short-term mission trips to Guatemala and to work with LifeWind. And the plan right now is our first short-term mission trip will be in probably spring or summer of this year. So we're giving you a sneak preview today of what we did. In a couple weeks, we'll have all 350 pictures and lots of details to share with you. But just to give you a little bit of idea of what we saw down there. These pictures look like they're from Time Magazine or National Geographic or something, but these are the kids we met. These are the kids in the villages in Guatemala. And San Marcos is a coastal village. Powell Village is up about 8,500 feet in the Guatemalan mountains. This is Powell. The house up there is a typical house that we saw up there. The young girl in the blue dress is a gal we met. She is part of the leadership team of LifeWind in the village and the work they're doing there. I just took such a liking to her. She was 18 years old and very confident. That's her house there, her and her mother. And if you can't see too well, but you'll notice it's a dirt floor, just very adobe thatched type environment. One of the issues in Powell is a lot of the men have come to the United States to work. You know, the men come up here and they're not heard from again. They start a new life in the United States. So in this case, there are 2 brothers in that family that have gone to Guatemala City. Never was clear where the dad is, but Jenna and her mother take care of their pigs, their cows, their corn, and they have this just cute little spread, little farm, all with dirt floors, a latrine in the back, and so on. In the village, LifeWind, the program that we will be working with is called CHE, and it's the Community Health Evangelism. And it really addresses the physical needs of the community and brings in the spiritual needs. And so when we were there, we were able to attend one of their CHE training sessions and Bible reading, and these are the young girls that were sitting with us, and they were so darn cute. They're bright clothes, learning to read the Bible. The Bible is new for them there. And they are all working together to make their village a better place. You can click now. You clicked. This is the people we were with at Powell, the mountain village. All those bricks on the side is they're collecting bricks to build a new church. High in the mountaintop. It was really fun. You can see houses back there. A lot of it's connected by just trails, and really, poor dirt roads. San Marcos is more of a coastal village. This is the pastor and his family there. That is his house. There, everything is dirt floors. And that's his little spread. There's, in the back there would be some cows and pigs and chickens. And this group people are descendants of the Mayans, so they speak a language, Mom, it's called. So they would have to translate from Mom. The translator went from Mom to Spanish, and we had another translator that would go from Spanish to English. But, you don't need language or words to really communicate. And then this shows a couple of the projects that LifeWind has been doing. The first project they usually do in a village is teach people to boil water, because this is like a new thing. And people learn that when you boil water, your kids are not sick with diarrhea all the time. So we are talking about villages that are very, very different than, where we are here. That stove project up there, that's a, little room offside, a separate shack kind of place, would be kind of the kitchen. And the women would cook in that room, but it was always under open fire with rocks. And they just thought it was normal to, when you cooked, that you cried, your eyes watered, and that you coughed. That was just normal. And what LifeWind did was start teaching them how to put these stoves in that are just cinder block brick, and you put wood in there, but there's a stovepipe. So when they started cooking on these stoves and the smoke was, going outside, they could not believe that you can cook without crying and coughing. This latrine down there, that's a new latrine that, LifeWind has taught them how to build, how to get it away from their water system. They do have some water systems there. It's kind of a tub that holds water. And these are all the kinds of projects that LifeWind has gone in to help the village. And these are the kids. The kids are always so much fun. And we just had a great time with them. They just loved walking with us and just talking with us and so on. And that bottom picture there is, we're in the new church that they built. You can see it's dirt floor, the pastor's in the middle. That little blue thing back there is a pulpit, and it's blue plexiglass with these silk flowers in there. And they're very proud of that church because they have some electrical lights in there. But if you look outside the electrical wires, there's like stumps of wood holding them up, so it's a little like, oh my gosh, I don't know what'll happen in a storm. And this is the outside of the church that the whole village built. The kids built, the women built, the men built, and they are very, very proud of it. This is the whole group that we met with and walked around with, and really enjoyed. Probably one of my favorite classic moments was when we were leaving the village and we're out there. So we were going to pray, and they just wanted Mark, the pastor, to pray, and in our Silicon Valley fashion, we were like, okay, now Mark's gonna talk to Morel, and she'll translate to Spanish, and Spanish will go to Mom, so everybody will know what we're talking about, and really working out the details. And he starts to pray, and we're in a circle, and the whole group starts praying their own praying. So everybody's just praying out loud. Nobody's really listening to Mark, but, everybody's, Nothing. We listen to you. Anyway, so it was just a village that really demonstrated the love of the Lord. I mean, I left there feeling like, this is a village that cared about each other, that had a sense of community, that took care of each other. that, I don't always feel here, in Saratoga, but boy, did I just feel it among those people there. So I left feeling not that I'm better than these people, but I'm just maybe different, and that we here have a lot to learn from those villages in Guatemala. So it's exciting where we're going with this. It's opportunities for us, and the Lord is alive and well in Guatemala, and I think it will be exciting over the next several years that we get to, be a part of that. So you'll be hearing lots more about this.